Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Intuitive Air. I have some messages for you today, and I'm going to use a different deck. Today, I'm going to use Mystic Manifesting. It's an oracle deck that I've had for a little while that has some really cool messages where you don't have to use a lot of cards to actually channel the messages. And if you haven't been to one of these readings before for this general reading, welcome, and welcome back if you've been here before. I do have the cards laid out already. These cards are very small, and some of the images are a bit dark, so they can sometimes be a little bit hard to see. So I laid them out ahead of time so that I could see the messages a little more clearly with my glasses on, so to speak. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so this first card, Evolving Process. Do you see how there's all these question marks around the Sphinx here? Okay, and the information on the card says, part of it says, I embrace uncertainty. So that's telling me somebody's about to go on a journey. Okay, so some of you, and I get the impression many of you who may see this reading are about to go on a journey, but specifically, this is a journey for someone who is looking to sort of find themselves. Okay, that's why this question mark is here. There's no particular reason for the journey other than to find themselves, find their purpose, what they really want to do with their lives. So for some of you, you could be on the younger side. I'm hearing 20s or 30s for you, or for some of you, you may be going on this journey because you're older and you've been maybe unsatisfied with certain parts of your life or where you are at this time. But I think it's very clear here that you're going on a journey, okay? Not sure where the path will lead or what will come of it. And you see this moon here at the top, okay? I think on this journey, that gives me the impression that on this journey, you're going to find something that was hidden from you. And I hear something about yourself that was hidden from you. So for some of you, you made the card right next to it, and this is a 4-card spread, not my usual 6-card spread, but I was drawn to actually using only 4 cards. But this is the card of shining wisdom. So on this path, you're going to be obtaining some wisdom that you didn't know you needed. Okay, and when you learn about this, because it says here on the card, I learned what I need to know. You didn't know you needed to know whatever this wisdom is. Okay, and for some of you, I'm hearing that this is the wisdom of finally knowing your purpose. Okay, and for some of you, purpose may be very different from what you're doing with your life right now or what you've done in the past. Okay, this may be a new journey of something very, very different, but the reason for this journey is that you have so many questions about what you're doing, where you need to be, and what your purpose is. That's why there's all these question marks, okay? But you're gonna gain some wisdom by being on this journey. You're gonna learn something you didn't know you needed to learn. And it's gonna come to you through something that, see how this is a light, it's really lit up, it's shining, and it says on the card, I sync with nature. So for some of you, this may be going on a journey where you spend a lot of time in nature, and I'm hearing Buddhism. So for some of you, that may be something that is relevant for you. I don't know if you may be Buddhist or that means something else for you, okay? But whoever I'm reading for, this card asks you to connect with the cycles of the moon. And for some of you, it may be when the cycle of the moon is a full moon, that you may get your message. Okay, that you may get your message about what your purpose is or which direction you should actually be going in. But it's going to be important to spend some time with nature or pay more attention to the moon cycles, especially when it's a full moon. Okay, and it's right next to this real connection card. So I think for many of you, that's where your real connection is going to come, is through connecting with the earth. And for some of you, I'm hearing you may not even have any earth energy in your Western astrology natal chart. But connecting with the earth is going to be very important. And it's right next to this real connection where it says, hold on, I just read that. Okay, I find my spiritual tribe. Oh, that's what I'm getting. Okay, so for some of you, you are going to be looking for your spiritual tribe. Okay, you're going to be looking for your people whom you connect with, people whom you might have a similar purpose with once you learn about what that is. But I think for many of you, you're searching for real connection with others. Okay, and that's something that you may not have in your life right now. You may be a bit of a loner, or somebody who's had a lot of connections in life that just haven't worked out for you. I think what you're seeking, in addition to purpose, is some real connection that you feel like will lead to knowing more about your actual purpose. Okay, and the card at on the bottom of the deck is divine protection. Do you see that? See those wings and the figure that's on a horse? Okay, this is giving me the last book of the Bible. I can't think of the name right offhand, but I'm sure you guys know it, but it's the last book of the Bible where the horses come through, and this is a black horse. Okay, the angel comes through riding a black horse. Okay, and for those of you who know that book of the Bible well, or you want to go and read it, because for some of you, maybe part of this reading is meant for you to go read that last book of the Bible. Okay, whatever the message is about the figure that comes in riding on a black horse. Okay, but what I'm getting from this too is actually what is printed on the card is, as you go through this journey where you're trying to find out who you are and what your purpose is, you're going to have a lot of really divine spiritual connection on this journey. You're going to have a lot of spiritual protection as well. And there are going to be some angels that have got your back. Okay, and I don't usually say that in this context, but I'm being led to say that, so maybe that phrasing is more familiar to some of you whom this message might be for. But you're gonna have a lot of divine protection on this journey that you're actually going on, as you discover who you are, what your purpose is, and find some real connection with whoever you feel like your tribe is, you know, over this time. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting my messages kind of quick. I feel the need to say like 5 different things at one time, which of course never works. All right, and right under this divine protection card is this card that's answers revealed. Okay, answers revealed. So you are going to find that real connection. You're going to find your tribe, or at least part of your tribe. You're going to develop wisdom. You're going to get more information about your purpose. And what I'm getting from this card about the connection with nature, for some of you, your purpose will help you connect with nature. So for some of you, you're going to go into some type of field where you connect with nature a lot. Either you're out in nature a lot, or this is something that you do for a living that connects you with nature, something like gardening. And for what I heard from some of you is I saw I saw in my third eye a vision of a tree. For some of you, you may need to connect specifically with a tree. For some of you, there may be a special tree that you need to connect with, that you may learn about on your journey. Okay, and you are going to, I heard, seek the wisdom of the tree. Okay, that's a strange one for me, but you're going to seek the wisdom of the tree. That's only for some of you. That's not for all of you. And even in silence, you're going to be connected with the universe. So I ask you to seek that connection in silence. Okay, find more times when you can be silent or be in areas that don't have a whole lot of sound, where you can really hear spiritual messages much better than you might be able to hear them when there's just too much noise. But some answers are going to be revealed to you. You are going to find your tribe. You're going to find some wisdom. You're going to find out who you are and where you're supposed to be going and what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so the information you seek when you begin this journey, you're going to receive and learn a whole lot more than you may have bargained for. This is going to be a very fruitful part of your journey. And here's another tree on the bottom of the deck, still under those other two cards, and it says blessed growth. Okay, blessed growth. See that? Tree and moon. Okay, just like on this card that it had a moon, okay, a full moon. And I was talking with you about a tree, that some of you are going to be united with a particular tree, okay? But what I'm really getting from this card is that spending more time in nature or being surrounded more by nature, that's what's going to make a big impression on you as you go through this part of your journey. And these hidden things that I'm getting from this moon here, things that were hidden to you at the beginning of your journey, because see the moon's there too, moon's here. Also on this connect with nature card, another moon. So really, I'm telling you guys, you're going to discover so much that you didn't know already about yourself and your path and your purpose in this world. And for others of you, moon cycles may be something that's familiar for you too. So definitely keep your eyes towards that. But there's so many moons in here that it helps me. It's bringing forward the realization that you're going to learn way more than you bargained for, because so much that was hidden by all this moon energy, so much that was hidden will come to your consciousness. Okay, it's going to come to your consciousness. By all means, be aware that you got divine protection with you on this journey. But I also heard, don't do anything stupid. Okay, so for whoever needed to hear that, you have divine protection, but don't abuse that by doing things that you already know aren't things that are going to be fruitful for you, or going to be reckless. That's the word I'm hearing, reckless. Okay, but this evolving process on this journey is going to answer so many. See these questions, all these question marks. It's going to answer so many questions for you. And if this is your message, you're going to wonder why you didn't know this stuff already. Okay. And for some of you who may be on the younger end of the spectrum, maybe 20s, 30s, maybe you haven't lived a life where you've had a lot of experiences that can help you figure out who you are, where you're going, and where you're supposed to be. But I get the impression that for those of you who are older, you're going to wonder why you didn't know these things about yourself already. So this is going to be a time where you're going to learn just so much about yourself that was hidden from you before. But the time is coming where you are going to go on a journey and to find yourself, and you're going to learn a lot. Nature is going to be very important. But see how full this tree is? Okay, that gives me the impression that for you, there's going to be a lot of growth and a lot of stability for you too, because all this green and this growth here, for me, it brings to mind stability. And the fact that the card has blessed growth on it, that tells me that what you learn on this journey is going to be what is going to bless you in your life going forward. This is going to, what you learned is going to set you up to have a life that for some of you, you've never even dreamed about before. Okay, but it's gonna be the journey that's going to be important. Okay, that this is going to be a journey for you. So it's going to take time, and it's going to take self-reflection. It's going to take communing with nature and being in nature to help you get all the messages, and answers will be revealed for you, just much more than you ever thought. This is going to be a very fruitful part of your journey, guys. Very fruitful. So if you are one who is contemplating going on a journey, claim this as your message, because this is just beautiful for whoever or however many of you that this message is for. It's, you know, a lot of your questions will be answered. You'll be connected with your soul's tribe, or at least part of them. You will get this wisdom that is something you never thought you would have. So much about yourself is going to be uncovered for you, and you're going to be a totally different person after this part of your journey. Totally different person. And I'm drawn to this card again to be, you have this divine protection, but treat it with a lot of respect, and don't do things that put you in jeopardy in some way. Okay, they want you to be your divine protectors want you to be responsible in how you move towards or move through this part of your journey towards all of this blessed growth and answers revealed that are going to come to you. And I'm drawn back to mention again too that Revelations, that's the last book of the Bible. Sorry, it took me a little while to come to it, though I know you guys probably already knew like 10 minutes ago. Okay, but Revelations mentions the color of horses and the energy that comes with them when the beings come in on the horses. So look for what it says about angels, or which figure rides in on a dark horse or a black horse. Okay, that's going to be important, an important message to some of you, whether or not you read the Bible and regularly, or whether or not you happen to be a religious person. Still go to the Bible or Google. You can Google it. For many people, you can find the answers that way. But that's going to be important for some of you. Okay, all right. So I think this was a wonderful, uplifting, and inspiring message for some of you out there. By all means, although you may have a lot of questions as you start your journey, give it some time. The answers are going to be revealed over time. Not right away, but over time. And definitely be safe on this part of your journey, even though you will have spiritual protection that's going to be moving you through this journey. Definitely focus on safety in ways that you can, even though you still do have spiritual protection. But I think this is a very uplifting message for many of you who may be in a situation in your life where you don't know what your purpose is, or you feel the urge to go in a new direction, but you don't know what it is. Okay? So if that's the case, this is for you. So thank you, everybody. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share these messages for those that you feel like it would really resonate with, if it doesn't resonate for you, or even if it does resonate for you. Because remember, messages can resonate, some of the messages at a time, or all of the message. But the general readings pull in a lot of energy from many different sources. So it's not very often that a whole message may resonate for you, unless it's like a personal reading. But if this feels really close for you, go ahead and claim it. Okay, as you get started on your new journey, which may be starting on this journey after something negative happens. And for some people, I'm hearing job loss. Okay, so that may be something that starts you on this journey of learning more about yourself and wondering what's going to happen for you next, or wondering where you need to be in life, or what comes next. if this is the energy that you feel like works for you, claim it. All right. And let me know what your thoughts are. Definitely comment, like, subscribe, share. Check out my spiritual messages in my description box, where I give descriptions and a lot of other information about the general readings as well. But some of you may be a little bit intimidated, but you're about to go on a new journey that's going to be so fruitful for you that you're going to come out of it as a totally different person. You might not even recognize yourself if you had to look this far forward, if you had the ability to do that. So all right, everybody, Intuitive Air signing off. Take care, everybody. Bye.